Remember the 2000s? How's about remembering whenever a film was released, there was like a full facial ejaculation of spoof movies to follow? Remember how they all suddenly died to utter death, almost as if they had taken a safe and effective? Well, it all seems to correlate perfectly to the release of quite possibly the worst movie ever made. Film begin, and here's some skulls and a man inspecting a baby because they want the strongest men in Sparta. So that means no male feminists then. But wait a minute, that ain't no normal baby he's got there. It's actually Shrek, who then throws up in that guy's face, so he eats it to death. But what's the next baby about? Is it an alien? How about a reptilian overlord? No, you silly goose, it's an Asian! So here comes Angelina Jolie to adopt it. But the next one, oh, that one's Leonidas, so he gets chosen. Fast forward time where he's going through his trials to be a big man, but it's pretty bloody cold where he is, and he is a little bit hungry. Hey look, there's a Subway sandwich for some kind of reason, so he starts eating it, but it has no mayonnaise! So he spits it out going, oh my god, it's got no mayonnaise, and ha ha ha, it's funnier than a documentary on Hitler. But there's a big bloody issue, because he's being stalked by a beast in the shadows. Wait, oh my god, it's actually an evil penguin, who then starts dancing because of that film Happy Feet, and then teabags him. And it's now shitting in his face. It's like, wow, that's just... well, who the hell knows what that was? It doesn't matter because the penguin just got itself stuck between some rocks. So Leonidas breaks the convenient in case the penguin's harpoon thingamajig, and now he's the king who gets all the bitches. And he's like, whoa, that one's got boobies! So he signs the slut lady's titties, asking her to marry him. And she's like, sure. And then writes a code on his chest. And he's like, what the hell is that for? It's the code to a chastity belt, obviously. Scene transmission, and it's many years later where he's training his son to grow up to be a big man while his wife person watches. So he headbutts the kid and then does a pile driver and haha, I shat myself again. And he even has a chainsaw now. And then somehow a paintball gun out of nowhere. Wait a minute, they've all got paintball guns, so they start shooting the kid. But stop right there, Xerxes' messenger awaits to deliver a frickin' message. So why not greet him with a kiss? And he's like, what? That's some gay ass shit. So here's a bunch of gay Spartans and the messenger is like, oh, I see. I know what's going on here. I've ended up in Brighton. And wife lady is like, I really dig big black dudes because, that's about as funny as an Amy Schumer joke. Message time where he's telling Leonidas, Xerxes is a fair guy. Do you want to join him? Because if you do, it'll be really cool with like sweatshops for your kids. So pretty much like Asia then. But Leonidas is like, screw that, and then tells Xerxes to shove it, while his wife is getting off of the messenger man behind his back for some kind of reason. So he says, this is Sparta, and then kicks him into the well, and then kicks Ninja Man in, and then the second Ninja Man. And for some kind of reason, Britney Spears is there shaving her head, and is like, I'll feed my baby fried breast milk. So he kicks her in too. And oh look, there's K-Fred, if anyone actually remembers who K-Fred is. And then he kicks him in there too. But wait, it was actually all a panel show. And they're like rating his kicks. It was alright. But Simon Cowell thinks it wasn't. It was crap. And that pissed him off, so into the well they go as well. Scene transmission, and Leonidas is going to consult the prophets to get his war blessing. Although he needs to bribe them with face moisturizer cream because they're ugly as shit. And they're absolutely loving it. And they're asking him, what do you want? And he says, I'm assembling an army of 300 people to take the Persian army. And my battle plan is to take them from the rear and then the front. But the prophet guys are laughing at him. And he can't understand why. Maybe it's because he drew a butt and a pee-pee. Pee-pee and butt jokes are so funny. But he needs to consult the oracle as well, who's some kind of Asian with hairy armpits, who then sneezes on them for some kind of reason, and Prophet Man loves it, so starts licking her face while she whispers, for shizzle my nizzle, but you go to war, you're gonna die. It's later, and he's banging his wife before he leaves for war. Wait, no he's not, he's incline pressing her, and now he's actually ready for the war by kissing his boyfriend. So let's inspect the troops. Well, yep, that will do, including Titty Man James Corden. But wait, here comes Dan, who's got a huge package. Oh, that's so funny. And Leonidas is like, is he fighting with us? But sadly he isn't, because he's that guy's son. So let's go to a panel judge who says he should totally fight and how he's fighting. It's goodbye time, where he's telling his son, one day you'll grow up to be really bigly and strong like me. But that's not actually his son. It's a freaking midget. And there's his actual son, whom he punches right in the face. Goodbye's over and it's time to move out. When they're singing, I will survive. Because, yeah, really funny. And they actually don't do that all the way to the hot gates when they replenish their electrolytes. But stop right now, everyone. Here comes a cripple who tells them, I found a passage where the enemy can outflank you. So Leonidas says, reveal yourself, creature. And it's Paris Hilton. Who even remembers who Paris Hilton is? But it doesn't matter, because to top off the absolute comical geniusness, she gets a phone call, like she's having a good old chat, and then the phone call's over. She says, I want to join you guys. You know, I'm really good at working shafts, because I did a porn video. Oh my god. But sadly they can't use her, so she gets upset. Look out, guys! It's the Persians coming to do the wars. And for some reason, it's Ice Cube leading them, who says, I'm here for your surrender. But they're not going to do that. So James Corden goes running like up to him to do the murder. And then just flies into a wall. It's like, oh, the comedy is flowing like an Indian with dysentery. So the Spartans are like, we're going to do you a big death by having a breakdance off. Yep, that's certified funny. Because now the Persians are also doing it too with like hairy asses. It's like, man, who would have thought our differences could be settled by a dance off? Quick, get me Putin on the phone. I have an idea that'll blow his tits. Anyway, they got served, and here's an all-panel judge giving them 10s to confirm it was that good. So it's time to have a break drinking Budweiser. Which is hilarious, because no one drinks Budweiser anymore. Not even the new face of beer. Oh, go enjoy your ESG scores, Anheuser-Busch. What's going on back in Sparta? It's wife ladies having a pizza or something. And here's councilman saying, you need to come to the council and make your case to send more troops to help your husband. Because if you don't, you'll lose everything, like your masseuse who's doing weird masseuse thingies, and you'll even lose your complimentary Mexican. Back to the Spartans, because Xerxes is coming, who's a fat bloke on a throne saying, right boys, and then falls over because that was very, very, very funny. You know, I've always said that falling over is the best way to get an audience roaring. And he tells them, I'm going to shish kebab you guys if you don't listen to my deal. So let's play deal or no deal. And he's just got a call from the banker saying, if you surrender, you'll get an all expenses paid to Las Vegas. Deal or no deal? And all the guys are like, oh my god, take the deal. But he says, no. So it's angry time where Xerxes says, I'll kill you all. It's like, wow, that's great dialogue. So he sends his fiercest warriors, which is a ghetto put down session consisting of your mama jokes. Because, that's so funny. You know, I've always said that the best comedy is when you make your mama jokes. They just don't ever get old. Back to Sparta, where here's Trader Guy. And wife slut lady says, we need to send more troops to my husband. Oh, I'll do anything for your support. And Trader Man is like, anything? Oh, we can totally do the sex. That will do. But sadly he suffers premature ejaculation. And she has craps. Let's head to Paris Hilton, who's checking out some lezers, which is actually quite cool, probably the best scene in the film. And here's Xerxes who says, join me and I'll give you anything. She's like, cool, okay, I'll have a Chanel bag, and also can you remove this hump? To the Spartans, who are having a coffee break. And oh no, they just discovered that Paris Hilton told the enemy about the second passage. So Leonidas is pissed, telling James Corden, go back to Sparta and get me more troop guys. And you tell them of our freaking awesomeness. And he better hurry the duck up actually, because there's a load of freaking Persian ninjas. So they group up ready to fight Xerxes, who's also here saying bow to me. But Leonidas says no way. But that's not going to work, because Xerxes is a very cunning individual saying, Leonidas, your shoelace is undone. So Leonidas bows down to tie up his, and that was actually a trick to make him bow down. Get it, guys? Get it? We've got to go now as we're going back to Sparta, where Queen Wife Lady is coming to the council and everyone's like, oh man, we got to make it rain because for some reason she's a stripper. And she says, please send the army because if you don't, Sparta will fall. And here's Traitor Man saying, we can't do that. We need to surrender to Xerxes instead because that bitch has crabs. And that pissed off slut lady who's like, oh my god, that was such a dick move. And that for some reason she's now evil Spider-Man. And she's beating the absolute fuck out of him by crushing him into a pile of sand. And there's a random cat who's now taking a shit on it. But oh no! He's just reformed back into Traitor Man because of Spider-Man 3 or something. And he also has a turd on his face. So she vacuums him up and now he's dead. Huh. Flip flop, and now it's time to do the fight, where all those ninjas line up. And then the Spartans do it too, with the ones behind bumming the ones in front, because again, gay people, I now have Super 8. So the ninjas begin charging at them with a blue screen so they can look even maulier. You know, get it everyone? That's what they do in the films to make like crowds much bigger. Anyway, it's really big and scary because they just ran into each other and everyone fell over. So back up and off the fighting we go, where they actually put some effort into it with a wet towel slapping like scene and also nipple cripples, which really hurt that guy. But look out, it's Ghost Rider out of nowhere and he's gonna do a murder. Wait, no he's not. He gets fire extinguished in the face and now he's screaming stop, drop and roll, which is hilarious because he's meant to be on fire, remember? Wait, there's something even worse coming. And no, it's not Prince Andrew. It's retarded Rocky who just punched that guy's head off. You know that guy's son? Who's now going mental punching Rocky so his wig falls off. And he's now wearing adult nappies as well. So he stabs him in the head with Botox and he's dead. Huh. What's happening now? Well, that guy just got speared in the chest and that really upset Leonidas, who's crying and runs around in some weird Grand Theft Auto cutscene. He's now in a car listening to Barbie Girl. Literally for some kind of reason. And then grabs a crowbar and starts knocking bitches out. If you aren't laughing yet, audience, you're just too stupid to understand basic comedic timing. Anyway, he's done being a tit and chases after Xerxes, who's also in a car now for some reason. And that becomes a freaking Power Transformer Ranger thing with like integrated YouTubes of that guy who cried about Britney Spears. But don't worry though guys, he just walks forward and runs out of power cord cabling and then like the activates falls over and kills everyone. Back to Sparta, where James Corden's just arrived after failing to make anyone laugh in America, so he's coming back to the UK to make no one laugh again. Oh, and also here's Slut Tits, who's bigly upset about her pogo stick, who died doing a happy 69. And as again, with this like gay side-splitting comedy, I mean, oh my god, gay people, oh, 69. 1 year later, and they're back at the hot gates with even more blue screen soldiers. But this being led by James Corden, who's also blind. So he runs the other way, and then ends up getting Lindsay Lohan in the process for some kind of reason. Well, that was shit, so it's time to do like a musical end credit scene on American Idol. And that's it, film finish. It's like, Jesus Christ, that was so bad that no wonder the writers quit ever writing again. And also, thank you my main man Stuart for suggesting this garbage. I mean, my life is in no way better for watching it, but I do now have AIDS, so silver lining and all that.
Subscribe button.
Is always right.